The world moves for love. It bows before it in awe. We're going to talk about The Village. The Village. Horror movie. Maybe? Maybe not. I love The Village. Apparently I love M. Night Shyamalan. I don't love all of his movies, but this is one of my favorite movies that he's done. These people set in this colonial time, we get the movie, right? There are a few different quotes in this movie on love that I am so into. I love these quotes. I didn't want to say that I love the quote about love, but what are you gonna do? When the town elders are deliberating and trying to figure out should they let Ivy go into the towns or not, this blind girl that's the daughter of the chief or whatever, right? They're all trying to figure out and rationalize and logically work through should this happen or shouldn't it? And it seems like the obvious answer is we should not let her go. But the leader of the whole village is like, we must let her go. Hope leads her and she's gonna be the leader of the next generation. We have to let her go, run toward hope. And she's motivated by love. The world will get out of her way because her motive is pure. Her cause is right. And so there's this beautiful, interesting reverence for hope and love in this movie that the elders practice in such a subtle and hinted way. And then there are moments where it comes out all obvious and blatant and beautiful, and I love it. And also the love relationship between Lucius and Ivy. Watching their relationship progress and the dialogue that they have, like when they're sitting on the porch and he's waiting for her and she sits down and she's the talkative, like boisterous, outgoing, pursuant one, and he's more quiet and reserved and not a man of very many words. And then he confronts her and he's like, why is it that you always need to talk? If I want to talk, I'll speak. If I want to dance, I'll do it. I would like to lead. I can't lead when you constantly lead. It was a beautiful little DTR, and then she realizes in this moment for sure that he actually has feelings for her. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is real. So it's beautiful to watch their interplay throughout their relationship as it develops. But one of the things that I love the most about this movie is that beautiful reverence for love will provide for you, love will take care of you, love will protect you against all odds, no matter what's coming against you, as supernatural or as practical or as debilitating as whatever the things may be. Love is actually still enough. Love will still come through. And M. Night does a really good job of portraying this in many elements, right? Our hero is a blind girl. She can't see. And she's the one who's the bravest of all the people and willing to do the things that no one else wants to. And you see the struggle. She doesn't want to do it. She's terrified. She's uncertain, but she's compelled because Lucius needs her to do it. So I love how that's displayed throughout this movie, and it's such a beautiful depiction of our relationship with love. And often, most of the time, love fails us is because we failed love. Love never abandoned us. Love never gave up on us. Love never ran out. The only time we experienced a deficit of love in our lives is when we chose to betray him, and we stepped out of the narrative. We stepped out of the story, and we decided to do something else to get what we needed, instead of letting love be the one to come through and save the day like he wants to, like he's supposed to. And so I love how that's depicted throughout this movie. It's a constant theme throughout, and there are all these interesting subtle hints here and there just coming to jab and challenge and threaten your hope that she's gonna be taken care of, it's gonna be okay, she's gonna succeed, she's gonna come through. That's such a very real parallel to real life. We all constantly, every day, have moments that are challenging. Is love really who he says he is? Is he enough? Is he gonna be that for you? What about this time? He's never done this before, right? We have this constant conversation in our minds every day on whether love is who he says he is or he's not. And the reality is that he is, but it takes guts, it takes vulnerability, it takes trust to be able to find that out, to experience it yourself. And so The Village is such a really cool, interesting, masked demonstration that love is present and available and actually moving among us and guiding us if we're willing to step into the fiery place that he's standing in and stick with him, to hold his hand and not abandon or betray him as we're trying to get toward the thing that he's moving toward. So you guys, there are people in our lives that we care about that, sometimes there are things that come up that are difficult for us to navigate, like things that are frustrating or offensive or scary or whatever. And in those places of contention is where we get to decide, or we get to realize, are we actually on the side of love, or have we done our own thing? Have we abandoned and betrayed him in order to protect ourselves from the threat, whatever it may be, especially in relationships. But then it also plays out in our career, in our lifestyle choices, in our finances, in all the things that we're responsible for and that we're managing. We make choices, and every choice is always either love is enough or I have to do something more. I have to compensate for his lack of participation or whatever. Your life is a reflection of what you believe about love. If you want to get to know love better, you want to explore this, and you want to open yourself up to the possibilities and let him take you to that place, I would highly recommend The Village. Parental discretion advised. And remember guys, when you're watching a movie, you're never alone. Like, comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you. What do you think about The Village? Do you have the same thoughts? Are there other thoughts you've got going on there? Click the bell button so you know when the next video is coming out.